Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Melody of the Maelstrom, where a bunch of real nerdy life bards play Dungeons and Dragons. A small thing, just a housekeeping thing I forgot to mention last time is we are playing with a level 5 party, so not to worry, they can most assuredly do all of the things that they are about to be doing. Really quick mention of our sponsors. Big thank you to D&D Beyond. Are you tired of lugging physical books and dice everywhere? Do you hate math? Well, look no further. D&D Beyond has all the digital D&D resources you could possibly need from the convenience of your laptop or your phone. Also, our second sponsor is FX May Vary, an amazing rock band out of Newmarket who are committed to supporting mental health and prescribing all of the hard rock you could possibly need. I'm a little bit biased to this one because I just so happen to be the front woman, but we are also going to shout out all of the other amazing bands that are just contributing to this game. Also, check out our Patreon where there are tiers for every amount of generosity. One of those tiers includes being able to influence not only this game, but any of the other ones that you choose. And another gets you voice acting lessons with one of the amazing players on this channel. So go ahead, check it out. You can also get some amazing merch. Check the chat right now for the link where you can get sweaters, shirts, and I think even a mouse pad with that sweet, sweet Dire Bear logo. All right, so now that we're finished with shouting out all of our sponsors and everything, let's get those credits rolling. All right. So, our story began in the grand city of Stormfell, where everybody in the party was arriving just in time for the beginning of the decennial celebration. Um, they all ended up meeting in a bar and participated in a very raucous drinking competition, of which Rendell was victorious. Um, they then decided to go meet a very old friend of Bavidius, the Colonel, and unfortunately found her very, very deceased in her office. And everything was strewn about. There was blood on the floor and a strange marking on the wall. Everything had been overturned, and the Colonel, with her final words, said to Sir Domino as she grasped his armor to protect the melody before she unfortunately perished. And within those last few moments, her daughter came into the doorway, seeing her mother dead on the floor, surrounded by the party, before she very slowly pulled her great axe off of her back and demanded to know what they had done. The very first thing I'm going to get everybody to do for this particular session is to roll for initiative.
I knew it.
Make sure I grab the right die.
It's a D20, yeah?
8.
Alright, so everybody just hold on with the numbers here for a second. Do. Okay.
Wow.
Why are none of you in the turn order? Okay. Do. Bear with us for a moment, everybody. Just got to get the initiative going.
I can't wait to find out how early I get to run away from this.
How early I get to run away from
I ain't
this?
sticking around for this. Are you kidding me? I just met you guys. This lady with a giant
It's
sword that asked,
not
"What did
worth
you do?" I'm
fighting
like,
that.
I left.
Absolutely not. Okay.
Sorry, I'm
Uh,
There we go.
Domino, your token does not seem to be working.
Let me
All right,
see.
everybody just shout initiatives at me and we'll figure it out.
You got it.
Okay.
13.
13. Okay.
12 for Domino.
Okay, go ahead.
Also 12 for Rendell.
What's your dex modifier, both of you?
Mine is 3.
Right?
I included my dex modifier. It's
No.
+3.
So, to break a tie, essentially whoever has the higher dex modifier gets to go first.
okay. 3 +3.
Rollies. I need you both to roll a d20 then.
Natural 6.
8.
Okay.
I hate to make that redundant.
Going first, and then Domino's going second. Pavidius, what did you end up with?
An 8.
Okay. And Fidget.
13.
13. What's your dex modifier?
It is. Just one moment, please. My dex modifier is 2.
Okay. Talon, what is your dex modifier?
0.
All right, Fidget gets to go first. All right, that is everybody. So that brings us to the top of the turn order. Fidget, that makes it your turn.
Oh boy. Well, where's the nearest exit?
So there's the window, which is broken, and there's the door, which Nyx is currently standing in.
Okay, so I'm in the room.
You are in the room, yes. All of you are in the room.
Okay.
Technically.
Most of you are in the room.
Sorry.
No worries.
How big is Nyx?
So Nyx is she's a half orc. She's a medium-sized creature. So technically, with your size, you can move through her space, but it will be difficult terrain because technically she is an enemy right now, or she might be. She's about to be. I don't know. She looked pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
Say the
Well,
least.
I don't know. Trying to dodge between half orc with a sword between their legs is probably a way to die faster. So
You can certainly try.
I am going to stand still as hell. And, I'm going to prepare an action. Can I do that?
Yeah, of course you can.
All right. I'm gonna
So
prepare
in order
cast
to hold your action, you just need to let me know what the trigger is for it. So essentially, if this happens, then that's going to trigger my held action.
if I am attacked.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna hold your action in case you are attacked. Okay. So essentially, Nyx comes into the room and pulls her great axe, and Fidget just kind of like, just freezes on the spot, and is like,
Hurts himself.
"Hey man, if you don't hurt me, then I won't hurt you, and we're all gonna be fine. We're all friends here, right? Right? Of course we
I
are.
sure
All
hope
right.
so right now.
So Talon, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna kind of skip over your particular turn for just this round. Just this round.
No problem. No problem.
I promise you.
It's Talon.
Talon, sorry.
It's Talon.
I am just not good at pronouncing your guys' names the first time around. It's just
That's
seems to
okay.
be a thing.
It's okay. I spelled it weird.
Talon. All right, so Talon, we're gonna forego your turn for right this second. Rendell, that makes it your turn.
Well, first of all, I would move in front of her, and I would say, "Hold on, love. We didn't do this. We came into the room just moments ago, like you. We found your mother like this on the ground. One of our monk rugs. They saw someone out the window in the hallway. So, like any reasonable person, he hucked himself out the window and went after them. Speaking of that, has he come back?"
So you kind of glance around the room and like sort of look over her shoulder into the hallway, and you definitely don't see Ruggs. He doesn't seem to be anywhere to be seen. Also, can you roll me a persuasion check to see if any of those words resonate at all?
All right, let's see here. 4.
No,
Uh,
we're gonna die.
so essentially, you say all of that, and there is absolutely no response other than a feral sounding snarl that just kind of rips out of her throat.
Well, that's unfortunate. But I will continue to stand in front of her, both my hands out, no weapons.
Okay.
And but that's going to be my turn.
All right. Domino, that makes your turn.
I will put my hands up and say, my lady, she was just assassinated, and the perpetrator jumped out that window.
I'm also going to need you to roll a persuasion check.
Pretty persuasive paladin. How about a natural 10?
That's not going to do it either, unfortunately. So, you guys are speaking to her, and it doesn't seem like anything that you are saying is registering at all. There is absolutely no reaction other than just the flat rage that is written all across her face right now. Is that your turn? Do you want to hold your action or anything?
That's fine. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So she is going to kind of um she has her great axe out, and essentially she is going to look over like through Rendell's shoulder to you, Domino, and she's going to point at you, and she's going to say, "You're mine, motherfucker," and she's going to rage. She's then going to move around Rendell. So Rendell, you can go ahead and make an attack of opportunity if you so choose.
I am going to forgo that.
All right. So she is going to go straight for the individual who is, crouched next to her mother. And you guys can see that like all of the veins in her like eyes have just burst. So essentially all she can probably see is red right now. And just with a wordless cry of agonized rage, she's going to take a couple swings at you. That is a 2 and a natural 1 for a 9 and an 8.
All right, does that as a 1 a fumble?
So yeah, I'm gonna roll a d100 here really quick and see what happens.
Best combat ever.
Best combat ever!
Wow,
We're
jumps out the
getting
window
so
and
much
dies.
done, guys!
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Be optimists about this.
We
Oh,
successfully
okay.
vanquished our first enemy. Let's move on.
So essentially, she just kind of takes 2 absolutely wild swings. She doesn't even really seem to be aiming. One of them is kind of a lazily in the direction of your head, and you easily manage to duck before the second one immediately. She pivots her hands and then comes back from the opposite direction, and you just pretty easily manage to bash that away with your shield from the knelt position that you are currently in. And so essentially, as you hit her great axe, She falters so heavily that she actually gets bumped to the last place in initiative order, but she doesn't get to act again this turn. Fun. Okay, so that is her turn. Bavidius, that makes it your turn.
Can you remind me what her rank is?
She is a
Sergeant?
sergeant. Yeah.
Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shout, "Sergeant, stand down!" And I
Okay.
take it she doesn't
Give me
really
a
react to that.
give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Can I use advantage for having rank?
Not currently, no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Normally, I would give that to you, but right now, her mother is
Yeah,
down on
that's
the floor.
a 2.
That's a 2. Yeah, nope. So essentially, you get the impression that all she hears is white noise right now.
Yeah. So being relatively familiar with this, I'm gonna walk up and yank my great sword off my back, and entirely using non-lethal attacks, I'm going to attack her twice with the great sword, and I'm just gonna make sure, using my fighting spirit, to give myself advantage on weapon attack rolls until the end of the turn, plus 5 temp HP, which is helpful. So first attack is a 13.
So the first one's 13?
Yes.
Oh, I see a 10 and a 13.
Yeah, I've given myself advantage with fighting spirit.
Right. That explains what. Yep. So 13 unfortunately misses.
Okay. Trying again with the second attack.
That will
is
hit.
a 24.
Yes, that most assuredly
All right.
hits.
Okay. And that is 16 damage.
All right.
Non-lethal damage.
Okay. Yeah, specifying non-lethal is always a good idea. Okay, so essentially you go to swing at her, and you go to, like, as you're drawing your greatsword, you swing up in an arc, and essentially she catches you by the wrist and just stops you from hitting her, and you immediately just kind of roll into taking that momentum and driving the hilt of your sword into her chin and just crack her across the face. You see her head just kind of go down to the side for a second. And then she turns back, and you can see, like, the stream of blood coming out of the corner of her mouth. And she says absolutely nothing. She is just blinded by rage right now. But you have her attention, most assuredly.
Okay.
Not sure if that's a good thing or not right now.
And I'll attempt to shove her 10 feet away with my hammering horns.
Okay. Do you not have
requires
to? You not have to move first before you do that?
No. So there's Goring Rush, which
Right.
is the one where I have to dash, and there's Hammering Horns where I just have to hit with a melee attack.
Okay.
So she has to succeed on a Strength saving throw DC 15.
That is a natural 20 for a 23.
Okay. So she stays where she is.
Yeah, so essentially you crack her across the face, and then you try to just sort of physically force her backwards and just shove her out of your space, and she squares up, and you can see all of her muscles bunching as her heartbeat increases and all of the blood just fuels the ridiculous amount of muscles that she has been gifted with, and she stands in her place.
Before the end of my turn, I would just like to shout over her shoulder to any other guards that may be within earshot. Just shout, "Would somebody restrain her before there is more bloodshed this day?"
Okay. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, that brings us back to the top of the turn order. Fidget, that makes it your turn. What are you doing?
All right. Well, she is no longer in the doorway. Is that correct?
That is that is correct.
Fidget is making a run for it.
I have this little
That's
spell
this
here
shit
called
I'm at.
Expeditious Retreat. So I'm going to throw that on real quick.
Okay.
I'm Audi 5000.
Yep.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Okay.
As
So
sorry,
essentially-
as I run out the door, I go, "Nice meeting you guys. See you later."
You hear a bovine snort from behind you.
So you cast the magic upon yourself, feeling just the intensity of your movements increase, and you very quickly just dart out the door and around the corner, yelling at everybody over your shoulder. Okay, it was nice to meet you. Bye. Yeah, you are now out of the room.
Great. I am. I guess I can still ready in action. Yes.
You most assuredly can. Yep.
Great. I'm going to prepare for any sort of combat that I might encounter in the hallway as well.
Okay. Funny that you mentioned that.
Okay.
Actually. As we go to the next turn in the initiative order, which is Talon.
Yep.
Yep, got it. Okay. So Talon, you are coming in through the front doors currently. And there is probably no perception check needed for just the amount of noise that is coming from upstairs. It definitely sounds like something's going on. Sounds like there's the sounds of a scuffle.
Well, that's not good. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to I'm gonna sneak towards the scuffle to see if I can stay a little bit hidden. Anyways.
You can certainly, go ahead and give me, would you like to make a stealth roll for that?
Yes, I would. I
See if
believe
you
I
can
have.
slip a sneak.
Believe I have advantage on that. Well, considering nobody's seen me yet, probably. Sorry, just give me a moment here.
No worries.
I have to look at my stuff.
How dare you get comfortable with the character you haven't played yet?
Right? Apparently,
I'm just
my
impressed that
D20
we
didn't
have a
roll.
cleric with advantage.
Sorry.
No worries.
I get a +3 to stealth.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to look it up, and I'm still not used to D&D Beyond.
It's okay. It's okay. Shout out to D&D Beyond.
It's 6, so a 9.
Okay. So you feel pretty sneaky.
Okay.
So,
I didn't have to beat high enough for that.
yeah, so you feel pretty sneaky, and then you start going up the stairs, and there's a couple of the stairs you can definitely hear the as you're like as you're making your way up the stairwell. These stairs are old, and
Right?
definitely need some WD-40. So as you are coming up the stairs, you see another individual coming around the corner. So can you also do me a favor, Talon, and tell me exactly what Fidget sees as you two immediately just kind of intersect in the hallway of the second floor?
Yep, sorry, I have to go back to my character now, because...
No worries. If there is anything that they teach at Dungeon Master School,
It's just
it's
I'm trying to find my... trying to find exactly what I am here. Well, I know what I am, I'm just trying to find my...
Whoa! I didn't know that this campaign would get so philosophical, man.
Yeah, he's trying to find himself. Already. No emotional damage needed.
No, I'm actually trying to find my... like, what I wrote for my height and everything.
You don't need your, like, you could worry about your specific height later. Just sort of what he sees.
Well, he
Just
sees
a general description.
He sees he'll see a hooded individual. My horns are protruding from the hood of my cloak. I've got red. I'm a tiefling with red skin. I think red. Yeah, red skin, black hair, and purple eyes or gold eyes. Sorry.
Okay.
Both royal colors.
Yeah.
So Fidget, you rocket around this corner, and immediately both of you just kind of intersect.
Another horn guy?
Hello. Oh,
You're freaking
hello.
everywhere.
This. I don't know what you mean.
You'll understand in a minute.
What's going on right now?
I don't know. Some crazy lady is swinging her axe around trying to kill a couple friends of mine. And I'm out here getting help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tempted to have you make a deception check.
Oh, you're going. Oh, that's a right. I'll see. Let's see what we can do. Let's go back.
You can go. I'll stay here.
You're breaking up a little bit there.
Yeah, I know it's the head. Give me a second.
No worries.
See if it's.
Also, I'm gonna make a motion to call him Fidget the Brave.
Yes.
Fidget the Fearless.
Fidget the Fearless, yeah.
I second this.
Pick up
motion.
hand.
Apologies, everyone. We appear to be having a little bit of some technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Can
Yeah,
hear you
I can
now.
hear you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going here, but can you hear me? So I bought a pair of headphones from the dollar store. I have a headset. I just don't know if it works.
We can hear you
and I'm
pretty
not willing
reliably
to try
now.
it here,
So.
right now. Okay, so I'm gonna try and persuade Fidget to come back with me. I believe I get a plus. I have plus. That's some. Sorry.
No worries.
It's okay.
So usually with contested rolls along these lines, Fidget, you can choose to roll, or you can set your own DC. I will let you choose. So how much would Fidget be persuaded in this particular instance to go back up where there's a crazy half orc with a great axe?
Can we say that my version to that is constitutional?
Sure.
Okay. It's a matter of
Right, I'm hearing you.
Here.
Yeah.
It's a matter. Yeah, it's not a matter of fearless. Come on, man.
I'll do a contested roll.
So I have
Okay. So yeah,
17?
it's going to be his persuasion versus your constitution
Okay.
in this particular instance.
So, let me just check my constitution real quick.
Just trying to override the
yeah.
fear so you can insert the less.
My roll is a 18.
18?
Is-
Pretty sure Talon rolled a 17. Doesn't everybody love computers?
One day we'll have a studio.
Phenomenal until they don't work.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's probably prudent. I think we should
Great,
I think
sort of.
we're gonna take
Yeah.
just a really short break, sort out all this technical stuff, and we will be right back. Take a really short break.
Jesus.
Is there an echo in here? Hello, everybody. Sorry for the small interruption. We were having some technical difficulties, and unfortunately, Talon is going to be voice only for tonight. But we will make sure that he is back on camera and ready to go next session. We also clarified that the contested roll was an 18 versus a 21. So, Fidget, you're feeling, you know what? You've got a little, you feel a little bit of warmth in your chest. It's like, you know what?
And it's 4 against 1. I think it'll be all right.
I should go back.
Yeah, sure. I follow somewhat reluctantly. Yeah, keeping Talon right in front of me.
All right.
So if any axes get swung, he'll take the first hit.
Very wise. Okay. So that takes us through Talon's turn, unless he wants to do something else in particular.
Do I have any movement left?
I would say that from the front door up to where Fidget was, you did use all of your movement, but you haven't used an action yet, so you
Okay.
can dash if you would like to.
I will dash down the hallway to see if I can help.
Okay. So if you dash, then that would put you pretty much in the doorway. So essentially, you come into the office, and you can see that everything is strewn about. There is blood all over the floor. It's smeared on the walls. It's dripped all the way to the window. The window is broken. There is a very dead individual on the floor, and there is a raging half-orc currently going toe-to-toe with a minotaur.
I'm going. Now I know I probably can't persuade her because I've already persuaded Fidget to come back. I'm like, can I try to reason with her?
You know what? You can certainly try. Talking is always a free action.
All right, I will be. Now, do I recognize the half orc?
Go ahead and give me a history check. See if you recognize who this is.
Oh shit! It's a 5. I played it where it lied.
No, it's like it rings a very distant bell.
Can anyone tell me what is going on here?
I'll shout
Just-
over from where I'm standing. Cleric, please aid me in subduing this, subduing my friend here. She is not herself.
I am no cleric, I assure you that, but maybe music shall soothe the savage beast. I don't know.
Why did
Yep.
I think you were a cleric?
I don't
I'm
know.
tripping.
That is the cleric.
I saw a token here on the in the doorway with a mace and a shield. I'm like, that's a cleric.
Listen, you know what? That's stereotyping.
I know. Forgive me.
I am
Hands are up.
offended.
Hands are up.
Yeah,
I am no cleric. How dare you?
Isn't there enough class conflict in the world?
Insolent
We don't have to make
peasants.
this about class again, really?
I have to sit there and see. Now I have to see if I have a spell that can do that.
So you have used your action. You have used
yes,
your
I have.
movement.
I'm trying to see if I have a
So-
bonus action.
Yeah. Unless you do, you're kind of SOL.
Or a cantrip, even.
But this casting time still has to be a bonus action.
Is that a cantrip? It says CA.
What spell are you looking at?
Charm person.
I think that has a casting time of an action.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it says 1A, 1 action. So.
Yeah.
I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't think I can use anything at this point.
All right.
Maybe. Oh no, nope. They're all They're all one action, so
Most spells are an action.
I was looking at my cantrips though. Even my cantrips are because I could use Bard, but I could use Friends, but and it's at will. It's a buff though. That's not really gonna do anything for her towards her.
So is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. Rendell, that brings us to you.
Well, this is a fine mess. Randall will move behind Nyx,
Okay.
and well, the only thing I think I can do is I'm going to grapple her around the legs.
All right. You can certainly try.
So, yep, this is going to go well. Do you want strength or athletics?
Grapple is strength based, yes. Unless you're a monk, apparently.
Bloody monks.
Freaking monks.
That is only an
Jeez.
11.
Okay. So you dive and just try to football tackle her from behind, just kind of like trying to bend her knees and buckle her from behind. And it kind of equates to jumping headfirst into a stone wall. And you were not ready for that.
Oh no.
Well, that's unfortunate. I will continue to hold on to her legs, though,
Okay.
in case someone wants to try and push her over.
Okay. So technically you are not restraining her in any way. She still does her movement. Her
Yep.
speed is not 0 because you did not succeed in the grapple. But you can be behind her in case Bavidius wants to push her over like a kid in the playground.
Or if she runs away, I'm going with her.
All right. Like
That'll be my turn.
I'm just imagining her running away and you're just riding her leg like a toddler.
Not my best idea, but it was the only one I can think of.
All right, is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
All right, Domino, that makes it your turn.
I will try and restrain her as well. Try to do a bear hug of some sort.
You can certainly try, yeah.
So would that just be like a strength check?
Strength check, yeah. It's the grapple is an opposed strength check.
Oh
And
boy.
you are currently trying to do a strength check with somebody who is raging and has advantage on strength checks right now.
She certainly does, because I just rolled a 3. So.
So I'm assuming a 22.
Ow.
So essentially, yeah, you do the same thing. You lunge forwards and try to grab one of her arms and like pull it away from her great axe so she won't be able to take a swing. And she just kind of literally shrugs you off, and you stumble backwards a couple feet. And you can she is just breathing really rapidly. She has not calmed down. She's actually getting. You guys seem to be riling her up more, really.
Don't let me in with all these people. They're riling her up. I am trying to leave. I'm trying to let her work
And
it
you
out.
failed miserably.
Just Fidget's voice from down the hallway. Listen, man, Okay, Videos, that makes it your turn.
Okay.
Sorry. Domino, is there anything else you want to do? So you've used your action. Do you want to move or bonus action or anything like that?
I would just get ready for a defensive maneuver with my shield.
Okay. So yeah, she puts you backwards and you kind of just square up with your shields and get ready in case she decides to come at you.
Absolutely.
So Bavidius, now it is your turn. I apologize.
Okay. So still exclusively using the flat and the pommel of my blade. Will I have advantage from flanking because of where Rendell is?
You do now, yep.
Okay. So I'm going to once again try and perform a non-lethal duel with my greatsword. First attack with advantage.
Ooh.
Well, that's a 9. Not the 8. Not the nat 1. Because advantage is nice. Thank you, Rendell.
Isn't it always great to roll a 2 instead of a 1?
I'll do what I can.
And then A 22 for my
22
next,
will most
second
assuredly
attack.
hit.
And that one is 13 damage.
All right. Okay.
And
So okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'll once again try and knock her back
Yeah, go
with
for it.
the
I
hammering
will.
horns.
I will compound it into the description. Go ahead.
And again, that's just a DC 15 strength save for her.
All right. Oh no, sorry. 24.
Okay, she stands put.
She is being very very stubborn at this particular moment. She is about as robust as the door was. Was giving you a whole bunch of problems. Or actually, she's a little more robust than the door, really. And so you take the flat of your sword and kind of crack her across the shoulder with it. And so she immediately turns to you, and the snarl that has been like ripping out of her throat and rumbling in her chest becomes more and more animalistic. And you see that her size gets larger as she grows, and her face elongates, and her fingers extend into very large baseball-sized paws with these huge hooked claws coming out of them as she turns into a bear.
Great. She would be Path of the Totem, wouldn't she?
Wow.
We're all going to die down here.
Mhm.
Up. We're very much up here.
Once again, I am not
That's a good
included in
point.
this we.
Oh,
Uh,
you're gonna be eaten first. Your snack
Hey,
size.
excuse me, I'm the side of beef.
That's right.
Yeah, but
this
he's
bear
snack
looks very
size and
hungry.
easier to chew.
Okay, so essentially, so as she turns into her bear form, you guys can see that those black, swirling, intricate tattoos that she had are now patterns within the brown of her fur. And she's gonna make a couple attacks against you. Does an 18 or a 16 hit you?
Hit me?
Me?
Yeah, Bavidius.
Yeah, both hit.
Okay.
Wait, tie goes to the defender or tie goes to the attacker?
For attacker meets it beats it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So both hit.
Okay. So you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage and 9 points of slashing damage as this huge bear lunges forwards and digs its teeth into your shoulder where it meets your neck, and then pulls free, pulling a little bit of flesh with it before it just rakes its claws across your chest, making you stumble backwards slightly. You can feel the hot rush of blood that immediately just starts pouring out of these wounds. And that is her turn. Fidget, that makes it your turn. You hear a roar coming from down the hallway.
Followed by a second roar of pain.
Yep.
So I hear a bear roar, and then I hear the minotaur that has been stomping around me for the last like hour and a half, like cry out in pain.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm real excited about going back in this room.
Yep. You're gonna do great. We believe in
All
you,
right.
man.
I brandish my crossbow and get ready to put it to my own temple, potentially.
So brave.
Yeah, I poke my head around the door. Is there room for me to shoot, or it sounds like there's quite the pile up in there?
So because Kalen is in the doorway and you are a size smaller than him, you can totally just shoot through his legs.
Amazing.
You also still have the benefits of Expeditious Retreat, because that lasts for a minute, I believe. So if you would like, you can move through his space and into the room. If you would like.
That seems like a bad idea with a great axe being swung by a huge bear. So
Man, I'm just giving you the options here.
I appreciate it.
It's
I
not
appreciate
not obligated. You don't have to.
Yeah. Can I go for like a precision shot? I'm not sure I even have the the ability to do so, like in terms of like skill, but I'm gonna try and hobble the bear.
You can certainly try.
Okay, great. I am going to roll on my fancy digital dice. One moment, please. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Hey.
So there are exceptions to to specialty shots, and that would be when you roll a natural 20.
Mhm.
So where would you like to shoot this bear to try and hobble it?
In the ankle.
All right. So essentially you pull out your crossbow and you kind of take a
Oh,
little running
bullets.
start and then like fall to your side and slide so you're just between Talon's legs and take immediate aim and just pull the trigger, and the bolt of your crossbow just goes through this thing's ankle. And you hear just this like this half roar, half screech of pain, as it the bear is now starting to favor one of its legs over the other. Can you go ahead and give me the damage for that? So you can roll once and double it, or you can just roll twice, whichever you prefer.
I will double it. I don't think I will hit it the second time. Damage is 1d8. Now it's a ranged weapon, so do I add my dex bonus?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 1d8 plus 2. I'll roll for that right now.
Okay.
And I double the entire thing, so I'll add whatever I roll plus the 2 and then double that.
Well, so yeah, you double the dice.
Okay, perfect. So first is a 5 and another 5. So that's 10 plus 4 is 14.
All right. Oh no, it's just +2.
Oh, it's just plus 2,
Yeah,
so
5
12.
plus
It's
5
just- yeah.
plus 2.
Okay. Do. So yeah, you do manage to pretty effectively hobble one of the legs on this very large bear, which you weren't quite expecting to see. And okay. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
All right. Talon, that makes it your turn.
I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Pretty sure you have to cast that on humanoid, do you not?
I am looking at a creature of your choice that you
Okay.
can see within range. So the range is 30 feet.
If I have to mimic what a bear laughing sounds like. So is that a
You have to
wisdom
make a
saving
wisdom
throw?
save of 14.
Okay. This is listen, this is gonna go really well, okay? I am
I think
very
this bear should giggle.
her wisdom is phenomenal. So yeah, let's just yeah, we'll totally just everything's fine. Okay. So you say the magic words and you move your hands about and you cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter in the direction of this bear. And for a second, it kind of, you can see the magic hit it in the face and then just kind of dissipate before you
Ooh.
begin to hear.
Yeah. So you are falling prone. She is falling prone and incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Yep. So
Oh, bollocks. I'm holding on to this bear's
Sorry.
ankles.
Sorry, Ren.
Uh-oh.
I
Rendell, make
strongly
a dexterity
recommend letting
saving
go
throw.
of the bear's ankles.
No, I mean, it's absolutely funny, and this is this is happening.
So good.
Might I also add, this is the kindest combat I've ever witnessed in my life. Everybody's just trying to hug the bear so that it'll
Hug the
calm
bear.
down. Like, it's okay, man.
It's okay.
I
Just imagining
tried to
like
roll
somebody's gonna
out
be
of the
patting her
way.
at the end.
I rolled a 6. So I try to roll out of the way and actually get further in.
Yeah, you kind of roll in the incorrect direction. So you kind of flop over once, and then everybody else hears a strangled before just the bear like boom.
Oh no.
You just see like a couple hands like sticking out from out of the side of the bear, like
Help me!
And then there's the
Oh,
Oh my god, they killed Kenny.
Alright.
bastards!
So Talon, is that your turn?
Yes, that was my
That-
turn.
That was a phenomenal turn, by the way.
Thank you, thank you.
So, Rendell, you are trapped under a bear. And you can just feel its body convulsing in sorts as it just uproariously laughs.
I'll be under the bear and I'll think to myself, not again.
Still not the weirdest thing that's happened to you.
Nope. I will try to extricate myself from underneath the laughing rug.
The laughing rug. All right, go ahead and give me a strength check to see if you can extricate yourself.
Hey, I
Yeah,
rolled
you know
a
what?
15.
This particular bear is incapacitated and kind of rolling around on the floor in bear laughter. So you just kind of wait until she lifts one of her shoulders up off of the ground, and you kind of manage to like pull yourself out, and you grab your leg and like rip your foot out from underneath her. Yeah. So I'm gonna say that was your action, unfortunately.
That's fine. I don't recommend that. It smells worse than I thought it would.
That's hurtful.
She's a very clean bear.
Still a bear.
She's a very happy bear right now.
She won't be.
Oh,
I will
she's
kind
a
of-
happy bear.
I see a bear laughing, so
Yep.
that's kind of amusing, so I start laughing too. I'm just
Full
giggling
action,
like
by
an
the way.
idiot on the floor.
So
Tasha's infectious laughter.
yeah, so Rendell manages to extricate himself from the flailing, laughing bear limbs. And Talon, you get confused for a bit of a second because you most assuredly did not cast it on Rendell, but Rendell is
I'm like this
laughing
looking at him like,
uproariously.
are you okay?
I'm fine. This is just
Just-
bloody ridiculous.
Just imagine he looks down at his hands like, what have I done?
I've never heard of spellcast through osmosis.
But between a fit of giggles, I will say to Nix, please calm down. We really didn't do this. And that will be
What
my
does she
turn.
think you did?
He
Do
thinks
you
we
not
killed her
see the
mom.
corpse on the floor?
I look over at the corpse.
That's what she think. She thought we did.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Just
for it.
imagining throughout this entire conversation, you guys just hear like, roar, 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 roar.
Gooby?
I'll also
My voice
point out.
doesn't go that low. That's not good.
I got you back. Don't worry.
kind of holding my bitten shoulder, I'll say, it is of vital importance that we do not harm her any more than we have to in order to subdue her.
Well, I think she's pretty subdued.
Not yet.
Well, I mean, she's laughing. But
Now, mind you,
Still a
guys,
bear.
at the end of her next if we're still in battle, at the end of her next turn, she can make another saving throw.
Yeah, we should stomp her neck just to be sure.
Her neck.
Wait a minute, what? Who said that?
Who said that? I don't know who
Snap
said
the
that.
neck.
I would prefer not to be stomping anyone's neck tonight.
I don't even know who said that. That's crazy.
He just starts turning around. Who said that?
But yeah, that was my
I
turn.
think maybe
so-
if we try to calm her down now, she might. Does anybody know her?
I'll raise a hoof.
Well, start talking, cowboy.
Well, can
wow.
I get out some rope?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do
This
that.
just got weird.
Rope. I'm gonna hand.
He's gonna
I'm
tie
gonna
up the
hand.
bear.
I'm gonna hand rope to Bovitus and be like, "Let's wrap her up."
Actually,
Great
I
sword
can
against the
use
little
that.
chaise lounge here.
I can use that to cast a snare,
That'd be
which
great.
will, I believe, successfully keep her occupied for until she calms down.
Here's some rope.
I cast away. I believe it takes a minute to cast this one.
Minute?
I think. Let me double check.
Ooh, that sounds dangerous.
That's 6 whole saves she gets to make.
Yeah, well, we'll see if I can do it. Maybe it's a little faster than that. We'll see. Yeah, it is a 1 minute. 1 minute casting time. Probably be faster to tie her up.
I will help Domino
Tie her
tie her
up.
up.
So, I'm going to be a nice DM and just casually mention that she got bigger.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I'm gonna take a look at the size of the rope and say to myself, just not even say to myself, just think to myself, I'm not gonna put the great sword down.
He just considers it for a second and then is like, nah,
Throw me the
I'll
rope and
turn
I'll
to
help.
Sir Domino and I'll suggest, perhaps when she is no longer a bear.
That
So,
would be a
I'm going
great
to
idea.
say, with all of the time that has passed in conversation, she's going to get another save at this point. 9. Nope, she's still chuckling away.
All right, well,
What was your name, by the way?
I'm committed to trying to wrap up these arms to try and. So whoever wants to help me, otherwise, I'm committed to trying to wrap her up, at least the arms to the body.
I'll help. But I'm going to mutter about stomping a neck while I do it.
I'm going to make sure that no feet touch her neck and just kind of guard with my great sword ready in case she breaks out of it.
If we stomped
Okay.
her neck, we wouldn't have to do this. It just doesn't make any sense.
So essentially, you guys are just kind of tying up her paws.
No, try and just wrap it around her,
Just wrap it around her? Okay.
like
Okay.
her arms to her sides and stuff, to try and subdue her.
Okay.
And if we can get a decent knot, then tie it to the dresser or the couch
Okay.
or
So
whatever.
what I'm gonna have you do, just to set a DC for myself, I'm going to have you roll a survival check. Whoever is tying the knots, if somebody would like to help, that is entirely a thing. But I need somebody to roll a survival check, to see how well these knots are going to hold up.
I don't think you want me doing that.
So that's
I mean,
wisdom.
I was
There's a
on a boat.
natural
I'm proficient.
12. I needed a 10. Wait,
Uh,
no, I just rolled a 12.
12?
So whatever. Yeah, I rolled
Okay.
a 12.
Okay. So 12. I will keep that in mind. Okay. So essentially you guys tie up the bear, and just wrap the rope around her a bunch of times and then tie a couple, really quick knots. Seems pretty secure. Question mark?
I'm gonna give the bear some rations to chew on.
She's got a mouthful of me.
She's got a taste for Blavidius now. Get out of the
I can
way.
assure you there are other things in the room that she very much would like to chew on.
I'm sure. That's why I'd rather her to be distracted with rations instead of
So
fidget.
essentially, so she is, she retains her wisdom and everything. The only thing that is currently incapacitating her right now is the fact that she cannot stop laughing.
Okay.
So she might choke if you try and stuff food down her throat right now.
Well, I'm not gonna stuff food down her throat. If she's not gonna take it, then
Oh,
was
she
worth
might
a
try to
try.
take it along with your hand.
She might try to. Yeah, I was about to say she'll probably just try to take your hand with it.
I'm just gonna suggest. I would suggest against getting anywhere near the jaws.
I'm
Not
gonna
getting
give
anywhere
her
near there.
another
Suggest
save.
against it.
I'm assuming it took you guys a few seconds to tie her up. It's a 10. Her wisdom is
14.
still chuckling.
Come
Chuckleberry
on.
Finn over here. Get it?
Oh, that was a
Chuckle.
good one.
Airy. Yeah.
Well, maybe if
What
we,
is? I'm
maybe
gonna look at Bovidius. What is her name?
Her name is Sergeant Nix.
I'm gonna try and persuade her to calm down. Sergeant Nix, we need you to calm down. I just got here, but I need you to calm down and listen to reason. I'm gonna roll for this.
Roll me a persuasion check.
9 plus. Give me a moment. I gotta go back for my spells. Skills. 9 plus 4. Jesus, I'm bad at math. 13.
Unfortunately, that's not gonna do it.
Anyone else want to try? Because I can
Um,
technically give you advantage.
maybe
I'm gonna.
We have been trying.
Probably she's just laying on the floor giggling in bear form right now. There is nothing better than having a super cool encounter which is reduced to
A laughing bear.
a laughing bear.
Oh, we call the bear necessities.
Are bears even physically capable of laughter? I don't know. I guess they are.
Has anybody seen that movie about the bear and the illicit materials?
I have not, but I want to watch
Did it laugh
it.
in
It
that
sounds pretty
movie?
good.
I don't know. That's why I asked if anybody else had seen it.
Nope, I haven't seen it.
Are there any blankets or covers or some type of sheets or something on the couch in the room?
Yeah, there's a like a throw sort of blanket. It's definitely for fashion more than function. Seems to be hand
What are you gonna
crocheted.
cuddle her?
But would I be able to cover her head with it?
You can certainly try.
I'll try.
I'm just imagining. This solves
No,
all
I
our
will, I
problems.
will
We're just gonna
physically
sweep
try
it under
to
the
cover
rug.
her head and blind her with
Okay.
it. Tuck it into the ropes if I can.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Again,
she is
don't get anywhere near
incapacitated.
the
You can
dolls.
most assuredly do all of that stuff.
There's a 6.
Okay.
Can't
So that
roll
6 is
for-
probably going to come into play if she. I'm going to have her make one more because this is taking a bit. 20. Haha. All right, here we go.
Oh boy!
Oh, but that's technically on the end of her turn. Okay. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the top of the turn order as you guys are conversing, and Domino, you like cover her head with the blanket and you immediately hear and then this rumbling snarl that just comes up from through the blanket and it vibrates like your arms and the blanket. You can see like the puffs of air that are coming out of its like the bear's nose as it's just making these angry snorts. It is not laughing anymore. Fidget, that makes it your turn.
Oh boy!
Could I just quickly ask, because I was standing like at the ready with my greatsword ready in case their plan didn't work, can I make an attack when the laughter stops?
I don't think so. Only because you also
Okay.
specified that you were being defensive whilst Fidget was doing his fidget things. So
Yeah, no problem.
Had you been a little more on the side of I'm going to attack her if she escapes, rather than I'm going to make sure that Fidget doesn't fuck around, I would let you have it. But
It's all good.
all right. So speaking of Fidget, that does make it your turn.
Yeah, I turn to Bovidius. First thing I do is I turn to Bovidius and go, "Where are all your guardsmen?"
I don't know.
Well, I'm looking
Perhaps
at
you can find some.
I'm looking at a dead sergeant right now, and this seems a lot like a conspiracy. Am I wrong?
You're looking at a dead colonel.
Dead colonel. My bad.
That's worse.
Yeah.
The sergeant's
point
not
stands.
dead yet.
looks at the rank again, like, oh shit, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, colonel.
There's like bars and I can't.
Indeed, your words bear weight, my small friend. Methinks there are dangerous things afoot.
Maybe we should just give her some space.
I fear that any space that we give her, she will take and attempt to take us with her.
She's already doing that, but if we're in the hall, we can contain it.
With what door?
She's as big as the hallway. She can't turn. She can't get behind us. It's safer.
I will guard your retreat. Everyone, into the hallway.
Okay. Fidget, you are already in the hallway, so I imagine he's just like, okay, gets up.
Oh
and,
no,
like,
I
backs
jumped
away.
into. Remember, I jumped between the legs and hobbled the
I thought you
leg.
said no to that.
I hobbled the
He
leg.
was helping
remember?
with the nuts.
Oh
I was
yeah,
helping with
sorry.
the knobs.
That's why I was so concerned about him fucking around with the neck.
And I was right in stopping
Okay.
distance,
So technically, this bear is both restrained and blinded right now. But restrained does not keep her from making attacks. It just makes her make them at disadvantage. So please keep that in mind if you decide to move out of melee.
too. Good point. Well, I'm not. I can't imagine I would have stayed in melee. Once I realized that that Nyx was kind of returning to snarl mode. Would I have time to?
But technically, you're still laying between my
No, so he did go into the room
legs.
to help with the
I don't
ropes.
think
Yeah, I helped with the ropes.
you ever got up. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I totally blanked on that too. Don't worry about it.
looking out. I could have used that.
There was some
otherwise.
neck stomping and everything. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah.
Would his expeditious retreat not give him immunity from opportunity attack?
I don't think so.
Let's find out.
Need the definition of expeditiously. Thank you.
Yeah, it just means I can take a
Cast
dash
spell,
action.
bonus action. Yeah, you can take the yeah. So it doesn't give you any bonuses to not taking actions.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm gonna go with you're still in melee, not to be a jerk, but
That's fair.
essentially like 1 second you were tying the ropes, and the next second the laughing stopped.
That's a fair point. Okay.
How big is this bear?
She is a large creature.
So like 9 feet, 10 feet?
Yeah, she's a solid 9 feet tall.
Very big. Okay.
Big bear.
As a small creature, I get some advantages to that, don't
She
I?
she is prone. So she would be making that attack at disadvantage, but disadvantage doesn't stack.
But as a small creature, do I not have some advantages against large creatures for defense purposes?
No. You can move through their spaces and such, but for
see.
defensive purposes, nope.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, I got to stay in character. I would move back.
Okay. So if you're not going to use an action, you also have the ability to disengage. So essentially, you use your action to protect yourself, and she can take a swipe at you, but she won't hit you.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
right.
I'll definitely disengage then. I'm gonna move towards the door.
There you go. All right. So yeah, you kind of wait until the bear thrashes at just the right moment, and then just immediately back up so that there's absolutely no way that it could take swing at you.
Perfect.
Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Talon, that makes it your turn.
I am going to try desperately again to persuade her.
Okay.
Nope. Same roll as before. It's 9 plus my 4, so
Oh
13.
goodness. Yeah, the bear is still snarling and growling, and it looks like it's about to try to get up and mess up your day.
Oh boy. I am going to ready my short bow.
Okay.
And I mean, I could use another spell, but that's all my spell slots.
Use the spell.
Who said that?
I'm sure there's no other surprises ahead for us at this point.
What? No.
Oh, no.
I would
Not at all.
never.
Never.
Just one solitary bear barbarian.
Sorry, she's a barbarian.
Yes, you're right.
Yep.
My bad. I mean, it was sitting right
Came
there.
from the bar.
No, we came.
No,
from the
never
bar.
mind. That one won't. It has to be a humanoid.
Okay.
I was gonna try charm, but it has to be a humanoid.
She is not currently a humanoid.
No, and it even says charm person.
We can pummel
The
her
only
back
one
to
I can
being
think
a
of is
human.
Earth Tremor.
You guys, did you just say you can pummel her back into human form?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not untrue.
Oh wait, I could use Bane, could I not?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, I'm going to use that. She has to make a charisma save of 14.
Does that affect her her rolls in the future? Is that the deal?
I'm
Yeah,
reading
she's
that
gonna
right
take
now.
she's gonna take a D4 deficiency to every roll that she makes.
Cool.
She failed.
Okay, so does she does that would that not it's a debuff as well, so would that not take her out of her bear form?
Nope, that is not how wild shape works.
Okay, no. I'm just asking just because I wasn't sure.
Worries?
All right, that's all my
So yeah,
spell slot.
it's a debuff, not a D-bear.
Yeah.
They should invent that though. They could use some D-bear up north.
D-bear, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, bear mace just isn't cutting it.
Nope.
We are immune. You know, Peppa. Okay, Talon, is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Rendell, that makes it your turn.
All right. I will. I'm gonna ignore Bovedius's order, and I'm going to move up a bit,
Okay.
and I'll say to Nix, I'll say, Nix, I need you to calm down. We're gonna find out what happened to your mother. We're not the ones who did this. So please, just let us help. That's all we want to do.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that persuasion check.
Surely somebody's got to roll well on
Somebody's got it. Come on. There
Natural
you
20.
go. Natural 20. That will most assuredly do it. So essentially, Domino, you hear the snarling that has been just kind of occupying your entire mind just immediately die down to a rumble before it stops. Just kind of feel like the bear shifting around a little bit, and you just
I'll remove the blanket from her head.
Okay. He goes to try and stand up, but then kind of strains against the ropes.
Is she a half orc once again?
No, she is still a bear.
Hmm.
Was that my action to persuade her, or can I untie the knots?
You can talking is always a free action.
I would very much like to untie the knots.
Okay. So you kind of untie the knots and you can feel all of the rope go slack before the very large bear kind of picks herself up off the ground, and she stands up on her hind legs for a second before she goes back down onto all fours, and she kind of just moves around all of you and then lays down next to the corpse that is on the ground and gently just kind of nudges her nose under the arm and like crawls under the arm, just lays there. Okay. The Oracle has spoken. Apparently we all need to stand up and stretch for a second.
All right.
So everybody just... Actually, I could really most assuredly use a stretch right now, so...
Oh.
I'm gonna stand up and... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not sure if you can see my belly. Not sure if I'm back up far enough.
Now everybody's got to see my butt. That's nice.
That's what
Hi,
we're
everybody.
paying for.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't think Twitch was that kind of website.
My girlfriend's gonna love this.
Supposed
No
Like,
full frontal nudity, people.
My girlfriend's gonna ask me how the campaign was last
It's a
night.
good thing I'm not on camera. Not
I
kidding.
checked my moneymaker.
Okay.
I'm sure she'll be very happy to hear that.
Oh yeah. Like, good, get that shit.
Very nice stretch, actually. That was perfectly timed. Okay, so essentially, the bear has just crawled under the arm of the corpse and is just laying there, and you can hear like the breathing, and it's coming. It's a little quick, and then it just slows. Before you can see the very large form just sort of shrink, and the fur just like recedes back in, and you can again see that greenish tinge of her skin as Nyx just lays on the floor next to her mother.
I will lay the blanket gently over her mother and say, Hymnus omnis dominus. Some words of blessing over the corpse.
Meanwhile, I'll return my greatsword to its sheath and go over and put a friendly hoof on Nyx's shoulder.
She like shifts for a second and like pulls her shoulder away from you. Out.
Maybe we should give them a minute
Get
alone.
Out. Out. Get out.
You heard the lady, everyone.
I believe she has spoken. We should take our leave.
Indeed, I'll stand up with a curt nod and kind of usher everybody else out.
Oh, I'm already gone.
I mean, everybody that's
Just,
still there.
like, whoop, just disappeared around the corner like, okay, bye.
I think I was already kind of in the hallway.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
you
that's what I've been trying to do the whole time.
you retreated expeditiously.
Yes. did.
Now, didn't we hear some activity elsewhere?
So no, that was Talon hearing all of you
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
fighting Nyx.
Okay.
and little feet running away from the battle.
Should we go look for Rugs? He did go out the window. And he's
Indeed.
not back yet.
Let us take a look out said window.
Sounds good.
So he leapt through the window in the adjacent office. So you guys kind of make your way in there, and you can see that the beautiful glass has just been smashed and shattered outwards. And you kind of peek your head out through the hole, and you can feel the gentle breeze as you extend your head outwards. And go ahead and give me a perception check, whoever's doing it, to see if you can see.
I'm actually going to stay where I am,
Okay.
just outside the room. I believe at the end of the last session, you mentioned that there was a symbol like carved into the wall.
There is a symbol. It was not carved onto the wall. It was painted on the wall in blood.
In blood. Right.
So I'm sorry.
No,
No
it's okay. Go ahead.
I'm looking out the window. I got a 16 plus 2, so 18 for perception.
Okay. So if somebody out the
Who?
window,
Sorry, I'm gonna yell out. Who exactly am I looking for?
just imagine he starts looking and wait a second, guys. What am I doing? Who am I looking
What
for?
am I looking for here?
I've never seen this person before in my life. Why am I looking?
What's the rugs?
Why
The
would
rug
you
was in
Rendell
the
and
other
I got-
room. We left the bear in the other room.
Rendell got a 21 and I got a 17. So, are we pretty much able to see whatever Talon can see?
Yeah. Which is a grand total of nothing. You guys can see the glass that has scattered into the green grass 3 stories below. And you guys can see that there's like a trail, a very definite trail. You can see it from here of blood that goes about 10 feet or so away from the window of the adjacent office before it just stops. You don't see anyone.
I'll turn to Talon and I'll say, Ruggs was a companion that we had encountered shortly before your arrival here, and he seems to have disappeared similarly as our assassin did.
Aha. Assassin, you say? Interesting.
Before leaping from the window, he claimed to have seen somebody. I know not who he saw, nor do I know if he truly saw anyone. However, neither he nor his quarry are anywhere in sight.
Well, I'm going to go down there and search for some more clues. Maybe there is something the assassin, you say, left behind. And I exit the room.
Okay.
Way up. Oh, I'd love to give it a peek too. And I follow after Talon.
Okay.
As
Same.
they leave, I'll tell them, I must remain here, lest any of the strangely absent guard comes to see what's going on.
Yes, very
If you pass any,
We'll send
be
them
sure
your
to
way.
send them here.
I'd rather not. He can send them. I will just keep looking.
Okay. So do you guys want me to go with the 2 that are going downstairs?
Well, I was
Sure.
hoping to investigate that symbol on the wall.
Okay. So that involves you going back into the office.
I can't see it from just outside the room.
You can see it from outside the room, but if you want to investigate,
Nice.
that definitely warrants a closer look.
Could I just roll to see if it rings a bell, kind of thing?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
So
So go ahead and give me a history check.
Cool. So because of my class, I get a double. I get to double my proficiency bonus on history checks.
Okay.
So that's a d20, yeah?
Mhm.
Wicked. So I rolled a 12, plus 8 is 20.
8 is 20. Very nice.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So there is definitely a tingle of something in the back of your mind that this sort of brings forth. And the only words that come into your mind are the children of the storm.
All right. Well, I pull out my little notebook and I jot down Children of the Storm real quick, and kind of etch out the symbol
Which,
for future reference.
Looks kind of like... Oh, no, don't blur the page,
No,
damn you!
it's too blurry. What are you doing?
Oh, no! Damn it,
Yo,
Drew.
technology.
No! If I put it close
Hold
up
it
to my
next to your face. It's not blurring if it's.
There you
you
go. Okay,
With the 2 lines coming down, you can...
I get it.
The idea was sound until until I realized that if I really don't want to be seen at all, I guess I can just hold... Sure, the front of the book isn't blurry, though.
So I write down Children of the Storm, and then I draw an extremely blurry symbol that I can't quite.
Yeah, it's just...
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it just kind of looks like that. Artistic skills are lacking, so it's kind of, yeah, it's a little... It's like, you know, when you drew those weird S's in elementary school? It's
Right.
like...
Oh my god, I remember those.
Also, you lost the game.
Oh! Oh, I'll get you for this.
You can certainly try.
The trick was to never play the game.
Okay, so that is essentially what you can sort of glean from this symbol. Another thing that kind of resonates with you is that this is very obscure. You can very faintly recollect where you saw this symbol or learned it from. You've maybe seen it once in your life before, but you can't really recall where.
Would I be able to gather all this information in time to notice everybody else leaving and heading downstairs?
Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna join.
So I would say that like you kind of lingered and then went back to the room to investigate or to just kind of reactivate the memory of the symbol from the doorway, and then you can see everybody else coming out of the adjacent office.
Like, hold on, where are you going? Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Party boom.
Exciting.
Okay. Oh. So excited to give this out. Okay. The next roll everybody makes, no matter what it is, you get to make it with advantage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, excellent.
Is that the next person who rolls, or
It's
each
a
of our
party
next
thing.
rolls?
It's each of your next
Okay.
rolls.
Amazing.
I'm the DM, I said so.
I just had to clarify.
I am going to roll to discover who the main big bad is.
The DC is 50.
Worth a try.
So you can
It's
go,
advantage,
you can
not miracle.
You can certainly try. Go ahead. Go on.
No, I'm good. I'll wait.
All right. So you guys start making your way.
Um,
Oh.
I think Talon's glitching out again.
Yep.
Sorry, Talon.
am I
My bad.
out again?
It's a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
It says I'm still connected.
You're good now.
We can hear
Oh,
you now.
I can hear you.
Oh, it's probably because I was sitting back. Hold on, let me move my table.
Don't move.
Is that better?
Yes, you're good
That's
now.
better.
No,
to
it's just I was
restrain you.
sitting back from my table, so maybe that's what it was for that.
Oh yeah, just the mic having trouble picking you up.
Yeah,
If you don't
probably.
move. Okay, so you guys start making your way out, down and out, and like around the rear of the building to see who you can see.
Yes.
Where are we going?
We're going to where the glass and the trail of blood ends, and I'm going to do an investigation check.
Go for it. You get to roll that with advantage.
Yeah.
And we don't.
Oh. That's an 11 and an 8. I'm going to take the 11 plus 2, so 13.
Okay. So with a 13, essentially you go down and you can see that there is a very definitive trail of blood, so much so that you could see it from the window. And with a 13, you can also see that there are some staggered footprints, like somebody was limping away. And both the blood and the footprints immediately stop. You can see another set of footprints, and then this very large patch of grass, which has kind of just been flattened before another set of footprints kind of join with the first, and only one set of footprints disappears.
Jesus.
I'll say, well, there's footprints. Maybe we should follow them. Maybe they're your companions and he's found something.
I mean, could be, but I'm more concerned
Well,
about
only
the
one
lack of.
set.
Sorry, go ahead.
Only one set remains.
Yeah. What's disturbing me more is where are all the guards?
That is rather odd that they aren't here. The festival is still going on.
It's odder than that.
Maybe they were given the night off, but that would be peculiar.
On a night like tonight?
Yes, that's what. Well, I mean, it'd be a perfect night for me, but still, it is a little concerning that there's
Last
no one.
decennial wasn't like this. Guards were out in full. Yeah, they let petty stuff go, but this is
We already saw guards back at the bar.
yeah.
Where are they now? This is their own garrison.
Maybe somebody gave them leave and didn't tell anyone else.
On a night like tonight, something was strange.
Well, somebody clearly wanted the deceased alone. So maybe it was someone, I hate to say it, but maybe it was someone who wanted her out of the way.
Have any of you guys heard of the Children of the Storm?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Me neither.
I'm going to take the
Sorry,
time while they're
immediate
figuring
bell.
that out and just start. They're considering that. I'm going to start walking, following the footprint trail that remains.
Okay. So essentially you start just following the footprints and everybody kind of just walks and talks, essentially as this conversation is going on. What is everybody's passive perception?
Oh, I gotta look.
Where do I find that?
That's at the.
I believe it's in abilities.
Bottom-ish of your character sheet.
My passive perception is 12.
Mine is a 16.
Okay.
10.
Yeah, I'm probably going to struggle to find this. Anybody want to direct me on Roll20?
So it's below all of your skills.
Skills. All right, I see. Oh yes, 9. That's 9.
And I'm 13.
Okay. So Rendell, as this conversation is going on, you recall that Nyx said something about why the Colonel couldn't meet earlier. She said there was a disturbance of some sort, and the Colonel had to send out a bunch of people to deal with it.
Nyx had said that there had been a disturbance, but I guess there would have to be a rather large disturbance for the Colonel to have sent out everyone.
Well, who wants to talk to the lady who turns into a bear?
I mean, if you give me till morning, and if I have Nix's permission, I could always ask the colonel.
Pardon?
Yes, let's ask the woman who turns into a bear if we can resurrect her dead mother to ask a question.
Oh no,
And then watch her die again.
it's not resurrection. I can't do any of that sort. It's more of just forms a connection to the soul to the body,
Ah,
but doesn't return the soul fully.
yes, I'm sure she'd jump at that.
I mean,
It
Maybe
might
we don't
like
ask.
if you offer to let her talk to her own mother as well, if you can hold the connection.
well, that's the problem with it, is you can only ask a certain amount of questions of it, but that's it.
Well, we only really have the one question right now, maybe
I mean-
two.
I mean,
But
that is true.
one, why?
Well-
What was the disturbance that she had to send such a large force for? Two, who is her killer?
I guess there's three. She did say something about. Oh, I only heard a bit of it. It sounded like she said protect Melanie.
Melody.
Melody.
I wasn't there for that, so
Does anyone know who that is?
No, but perhaps her daughter does. We didn't really question her properly.
well, there was the bit of she was trying to eat us or kill us, whichever came first.
I mean, yes, there was that. That was a bit unpleasant, but we got through it.
Perhaps we give her a day to mourn, and then we pick it up with her tomorrow and ask her important questions.
That could work.
I could take a rest, or could prepare the spell just in case she does say yes.
That would probably
in the
be best.
meantime, we have an entire city in the midst of a shindig that bears some investigation at least.
I agree.
I'm gonna go ask the big beefy man if he knows any way to recall the guards in a quick manner.
Did you just call him beefy?
The
Yes,
big
I did.
beefy man.
That's racist.
Well, no more race than me calling him cowboy.
Yep.
I mean, it's all right. I mean,
Mhm.
it's all right. I'm part Minotaur.
I mean, that just makes it totally okay.
It's fine.
And I'm a centaur on my mother's side, third removed.
Does that? I guess
Think
My
that
best
about
explains
friend
the
that.
has
long.
tubes.
Does that explain like the long face?
Oh,
Oh, kid. I'm just kidding. Please don't stab me.
just
Please
wait
don't
till you're
hurt
not
me.
looking.
I've already had a bear crush me tonight. I never thought I'd have that happen a second time in my life, but here we are.
I'm very surprised. Sorry, you're a paladin, right?
I am.
Who's the paladin? Dispel
Sir Domino. Yes.
or Domino? All right. No, well, Sir Domino's the only one who would know what I am. So he only. I thought Rendell was a cleric or a paladin.
No, well, I'm a cleric.
Just
Okay.
doing all the switching of classes for everybody.
I'm sorry.
Are you the cleric? Are you the
I
cleric?
mean,
Who's
I
the
started
cleric?
it,
Actually, cleric would know. They're holy. They're holy. Sometimes.
Not that devout, but yeah.
Um. But maybe we should. Maybe some of us should. Well, split up the party. I
Yeah,
still
split
want
the
to
party.
investigate
Already
Split the party.
where these
Do it.
footprints are going to go. It seems like it might lead us to something, and it would give. I'm sorry, I didn't get any of your names
Oh, I'm Rendell.
except Fidget there.
They
I'm
call it.
Rendell. Rendell
Pleasure
Sion.
to meet you, Talon Entriari.
Talon Entriari. Can't say I know that family name.
I'm from right here in Stormfell, actually.
Yeah. Homegrown. But as much as I want to traipse around in the dark, I really think it would be prudent that we don't separate.
Mhm.
Like,
Charlotte's so
That's-
disappointed.
No
that's
fun.
just me.
No fun.
I know I'm being a bit of a stick in the mud, but here we are. That's just what
a
it
bit.
is.
Well, whatever we do, we better get out there before the party's over.
The party
Yes.
has not yet started.
This is just the first night. What are you talking about?
Whoever did this are going to disappear into the crowd in 10 seconds flat.
Then we should follow these footprints. We may find them.
Speaking of the footprints that you've been following, you guys kind of round the edge of the building, and it kind of goes out to essentially the front of the fort where the cobblestones begin, and you immediately lose the footprints.
Well, that solves one problem. We don't have to follow anymore because this is where they stop.
I'm going to scan from where we are. Are we potentially at some high ground where we can see below into the city?
Yeah, so technically the fort is at the crest of the cliff, so you can look out of the gate and just see the rest of the city kind of cascading gently down the rolling hillside.
I'm going to look for any sort of disturbance or any groups of people wearing similar armor to Bovidius. See if we can find out where this thing that pulled everybody away might be.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
You got it. Okay. Oh, that's great. It's a -1 for that. So I rolled a 12.
12. So he's not particularly hard to miss because he just so happens to be walking towards you. But you do see a very familiar looking orc, just kind of striding towards Bovidius. This is Turmeric, who's striding forwards. Hey, really sorry. I kind of we lost track of each other there for a second. Did you meet with the colonel? Did you get your drink? Are you a free man now?
You remember I'm not there. I'm still up at the office waiting
Still up
for
at the
guards
office? I
to
thought you
show
went
up.
with everybody.
No, I said I was waiting.
We
Okay,
already split
well,
the party.
then he says that to Fidget because he recognizes you.
Yeah, slight snag in the meeting.
The
So
colonel's dead.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Way to break it to him gently. You're just shining with compassion.
But she can't be dead. I saw her like half an hour ago. That's not. What are you talking about?
Like, I'm sorry, but the wall of the fort was empty. Someone came in, stabbed her in the heart. We were following footprints, but they stopped at the stones.
That's not a very funny joke, man. Like
What is your
I'm a very
name?
good practical joker. My name's Turmeric.
Listen, Turmeric, I wish I was joking, but I'm not.
Randall? Just
Yeah?
stop for a moment. Turmeric, So Sergeant Nix had said something about a disturbance. Do you
Oh,
know
yeah.
anything about that?
Yeah, they just a little small like tavern fire, just like in the downtown area. Not a big deal. We have it totally under control. Yeah.
Okay, but there's something alarming is there's no guardsmen at the garrison.
Because it takes a lot of buckets to put out a fire, so she had to like send everybody to like
Oh,
put that shit
oh.
out. So we handled it really well, though. Like, think
But
structurally
how
it
long
might be
ago did you?
salvageable.
How long ago did you handle that?
Like, she sent us out like about 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes
Look,
ago.
He like looks. He like pulls out a little pocket watch, and as he opens it, you can see it's just like a drawing of a watch.
That is quite the pocket watch you have, my friend.
I keep forgetting this thing's broken. It doesn't work anymore. Closes it.
Talon very much tries not to laugh.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long ago it was, but like totally 100% dealt with. They might actually be able to like rebuild it with the insurance money. It's a win-win for everybody, right?
Well, almost everyone.
Well,
just to loop back to what I was saying, again, it's really not funny. Like, I'm hilarious. I know how to tell a really good joke, and like, saying the Colonel is deceased, and she is no longer with us, and she is no more, and she is dead as a doornail. Not funny, bro. That's not funny.
Turmeric, you may want to sit down while I tell you this.
He literally sits cross-legged on the ground.
Well, Rendell is correct. If you go up to the garrison, you can find Bovidius, and he can tell you. And Nyx is there as well, but she is
She's
very
with her
much
mother.
beside herself with grief.
I'm starting to actually seriously think that you might be being serious.
I'm very serious, Turmeric. Your colonel has been assassinated. We are trying to find out who, but until we can talk, until Nyx has had a proper moment to gather her wits and gather her and mourn her loss, we cannot do anything at the moment. Did you happen to see something named Ruggs recently? Within the last 5 minutes.
Oh, that dude who has a bunch of faces?
Yes,
Yeah, that's the one.
I guess that would be the one. Yes.
I didn't see any of his faces.
Yeah.
Okay.
That really
Well-
weird, like, the super, like, kind of costume that he was wearing? Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Yeah. Well, Turmeric, you may want to gather your fellow guardsmen back to the garrison and make sure that Nyx is okay.
Yeah, shit. And he kind of gets up and, like, starts going, he's like, I'm just gonna tell Bavidius to go get everybody, because, like, he has way more authority than me, and as he's running, like, away, his voice is getting, like, okay, I totally got this.
Okay. So
And he stops for a second, and he's like, got you, bro. And just, like, keeps going.
keep going, sir. Do not spare any minutes.
No, seriously, I take my job very seriously. I'm going.
Well, we found out the answer to one question. That's one less question we have to ask her.
Mm.
So that we need, in hindsight, probably should have asked which tavern. But I'm sure we can find somebody else who will know which tavern.
I think we just
we're
find the
burning.
burnt one.
Yes, let's go look for a burnt tavern. Let's go.
Look for smoke on the horizon.
Okay, so as Turmeric runs away from everybody, essentially, Bavidius, you're standing in the hallway. And everybody else has walked away far enough at this point to not hear the haunted cries of pain that are coming from the office. Just if you could encapsulate warning into a single sound, that is the sound that Nyx is making right now.
I
And then
stand
Tubert
there.
makes his way up the stairs. Don't say I have to go to
Boomerang.
the gym. It's not funny. Yes, sir.
Straighten yourself out.
Yes, sir.
Do you hear that sound?
He like cocks his head for a second, and it is really hard to miss. There aren't any words. There are never words.
Let that sound dismiss all japery from your mind. I need to know why nobody remained here at their posts.
There was a fire, sir. We were told to go deal with it. Sir.
Why would the colonel send every single guard from this garrison for any fire?
Because everybody's busy with the party, and everybody's being boisterous and belligerent and all those other words that mean shitty. So like there weren't very many of us to send out, so like she had to send everybody. It's not my fault, sir. I'm really sorry.
I take a moment and nod, and I say, "You are right. It is not your fault. However, we must now act swiftly and with precision. You must go and find every guard that you can spare from the city watch and bring them here. There's a murder we must investigate, and a poor young woman has lost her mother."
Sir.
Quickly.
And he like starts to walk away and hesitates for a second. So like 6?
As many as can be spared.
So like 7? You can see like the unease that's kind of creeping across his face because he knows he shouldn't be asking these questions right now, but he's got to. Dude, I'm so
7 will be enough for now.
taking this seriously, sir. Okay. Sorry. And as he's walking away, he just kind of like throws over his shoulder. I'm really sorry. Like just.
And with that, I'm gonna turn my head back to the doorway and see if that sound of mourning has abated in any way. In that case, I'm gonna start doing my own investigation of at least the immediate surroundings of the office and see if I can turn up anything that seems remotely noteworthy.
So essentially, you set a single hoof through the doorway, and Nyx immediately turns to you, and you can see that her eyes are like.
I didn't mean in the room. I meant everything that's not the inside of that room. I'm
Everything's
giving
in the
her
room.
time.
Things in that room.
Okay.
You want to investigate the room?
Fine.
You gotta go.
We're going in the room then.
Listen.
Fine, we're going in the room.
If you guys use the word investigate, that means you're taking a fucking close look, okay?
All right. We're going in the room. She can deal with it.
Investigate has physical aspects to it. You gotta touch and see and taste, like it's investigation.
I hope I'm not tasting much.
If you roll a 1, you're gonna.
Oh no.
I'm licking that wall when I get in there.
It tastes like
All right.
iron, probably. So you set a single hoof in, like, just through the doorway. And she immediately turns to you, and you can see that her face is all red, and, like, there's just tears streaking down her face. She doesn't say anything.
I nod to her and I say, Be not ashamed for your grief. I will miss her as well. Will you allow me, quietly, to begin looking into any clue for what may have caused this?
That would probably be helpful, because I'm just sitting here trying to understand why. I'm trying to understand why. I'm trying to understand why!
Then let me help
Why?
you. Then let me help you find the answer.
Whatever you want.
Return to your mother. I will take it from here. And I'll start kind of trying to collect some of the strewn books and accoutrements and look for anything that appears to have been particularly of interest to the invader.
Okay. So she's going to return to her morning a little more respectfully, I guess is the word. A little more quietly. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, and you do get advantage.
1, 2. So 14.
It's always that, yeah. All right. So the thing that stands out to you the most, what's not in the room? So as you kind of look around, you can see that everything has been kind of very just haphazardly scattered. There seems to be no pattern to this whatsoever. So usually when somebody is tossing a room, they start in a certain area and just move their way about. And this just seems to be absolute anarchy. And that makes it more apparent to you that somebody has found exactly what they were looking for and then tried to cover up what it was they were specifically looking for. So your investigation with a 14 gives you 2 things. The first thing you notice as you're kind of walking past the body is that there is a small strand of fabric that kind of descends from the colonel's belt where you know a ring of keys should be. And there are no keys. And the second thing that you then notice is when you kind of go around the overturned desk and you can see that one of the drawers that was pulled out has a internal locking mechanism on it. And the only thing that lines the entire interior of this drawer is just like felt, similar to what you would find in a jewelry box to perfectly like just kind of cushion the shape of something.
Is there any
Which
outline of
appears-
that shape?
Yes. Which appears to be a horn of some sort.
I'll make a mental note of this. And with complete deference to Nyx and her continued mourning, I'll step back outside the room and try and rack my brains and see if I remember anything about a horn that would be so particularly secreted away.
All right. Go ahead and give me a history check.
I'm not good at those. That's a 9.
9. Unfortunately, nothing in particular comes to mind. And as you kind of stand there, just racking your brain, trying to understand in its entirety what is going on, that is where we're going to end the session this evening.
Oh.
So I'm gonna take a breath for a second. So thank you everybody so much for joining us for our second episode of Melody of the Maelstrom. We hope you enjoyed it. Really quick shout out again to D&D Beyond and Effects May Vary for sponsoring us. Feel free to check out the Patreon, and a shout out to Mama Bear. And we also have merch and everything available. Also, if you enjoyed this game, there are many other games available on this channel that you guys should check out as well. There is a Vampire the Masquerade games that happens on Tuesdays, which is Valley by Night. And I'm pretty sure the Wednesday game, Falaskan Knights, is doing their 1-year anniversary episode this Wednesday. So you guys should definitely check that one out. And then coming in on Thursday is a Knight's Ransom, all run by fantastic, uber talented DMs. And we're just very honored to, again, be just included in this amazing list of shows. So thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. Have a good night.